It's daylight now, but nothing seems out of the ordinary. Do we have any readings on the radar? None detected. No one seems to be pursuing us at the moment. We haven't picked up any abnormal mobilizations from any of the military divisions either. Ooh, looks like that came through for us. The Imperial Defense Force might still be on their trail, but it's a relief to know it won't get worse than that. We've got good weather and clear visibility, plus our Mana engine's purring as nicely as ever. But I guess I'll be purring too, if I had my own angel to give me some tender tinkering. Well, the ship was in pretty good shape already, actually. This is my first time working with a Mana engine, so I'll try my best to manage. That's some baton you're passing on. Still, I'm sure she'll figure it out somehow. That Mana engine's kind of a black box though, huh? Yes, this core is actually an artifact known as the Heavenly Chariot. But the rest of the ship was made by the Foundation, so next sort technician will still be of great help to us. While you're looking at her, Tita was trained by two of Epstein's 3 disciples themselves, Professor Russell and Professor Schmidt. True, but I wouldn't expect anything as great as them from me just yet. Guess the ship's staffing problem's just about taken care of now. Our situation hasn't changed. If anything, it's only getting worse. Indeed, it isn't just the military whose minds are being polluted. It's spreading among civilians as well. As a result, more and more conscripts are being deployed to the front lines. I expect my own disappearance won't be made public for the time being. To divert everyone's focus toward the war, right? If the people found their princess had vanished without a trace, it only served to distract them. Things will only escalate if Dad and his troops are thrown into the mix. Leading ultimately to Operation Jormungand, spearheaded by my brother and General Vandik. Their preparations should be nearly complete, but so should the countermeasures against it, correct? Right, there's still that plan of yours, Operation Millie Mirage. Yes, its arrangements have been progressing steadily with every mission we complete. Securing the release of Tita and Her Highness was one of its key aims, in fact. Huh, me too? Holding a Liberalian citizen hostage would make for a pretty effective check against the kingdom. But what does that have to do with this counter-operation of yours? Enough of this putting on airs, out with it already. Now, all will be revealed in due time. We have our own objectives to prioritize at the moment. After all, we still have no lead on Elisa's whereabouts. That's true. Rean's sister, huh? Can't imagine he'd let that stand. You think she would have stuck with the princess? Alas, we were separated when they seized us at St. Estrella. Though I can't imagine that she was subject to any harsh treatment given her relation to Rean. We're going to find her, no matter what it takes. And continuing our patrols is the best way for us to do so. Right. We have some information coming in. I'll transfer it to the terminal for you. We've been getting reports that a particularly dangerous monster has appeared near the old Lamare Road. Please find and slay this creature. Eldergeist. Emergency rescue, Butler Celestin. My sincerest apologies for the impropriety of this request, but the most regrettable crisis has arisen. I find I am unequal to the task of resolving it alone, and must perforce seek outside help. I'll be waiting at the Raquel junction of the West Languedoc Canyon Road. I remain, ladies and gentlemen of the force, your most humble and obedient servant. Lady Rima Bella, you simply must help me. I've lost something precious, something I love like my own children. There's no doubt in my mind this is the work of that scoundrel Phantom Thief B. I'd like to sell this affair discreetly, and if possible I want to place it in the hands of a Crossbell native. Inquire at St. Augusta in St. Arc Cathedral Square for more information. I'm guessing Yuna will be the chaperone this time. Phantom Thief B? He did help us back in Crossbell, but... what, he turned back to a life of crime the second he stepped foot in Erebonea or something? This is an enforcer we're talking about here. Still, it does feel a little odd. That aside, look at this one. It's from Celestin. It would seem he is safe despite his previously being unaccounted for. What if he's been cursed and he's leading us into a trap? Both requests seem urgent, but we best check them out sooner rather than later. Right, let's get moving then. By the way, Instructor, it's my turn to be your little arm piece this time around. Just the two of us alone with nothing for company but our racing hearts. And 4 other people. If only I brought my orbital staff with me. How inconvenient. You better watch yourself out there, Rean. And I mean really, watch yourself. I was already planning on it. Anyway, I'll be on board for the time being, so feel free to give me a holler if you need a hand. Same goes for me, I'll help however I can. You two are gonna join as guests, sort of? Maybe I can actually change your slots? The situation in St. Parm and Tita's Gate has changed. You'll be able to progress the story once you have completed at least one of the 2 semi-required quests. New weapons. Okay, need to turn in all of these. A jewel-crusted bracelet, wow. What did they do to deserve such a fancy gift? You've been a great friend to me for a long while now. Besides, it suits you. Disarming honesty. I'll have to think of something to give you in return. Thank you for the bracelet, Rean. It's very sweet of you. No thanks necessary. If it makes you happy, that's all that matters. Almost maxed out. Oh, a dyed lumber belt. Can't say it's much to look at, but it's pretty sturdy. I never come running to you for fashion advice, but you've got an eye for sensible quality stuff. I'll give you that. I take it you like it then. If so, it's yours to keep. Wouldn't turn down a free gift. Thanks. I'll be paying you back for this someday, got it? You don't have to, though. It would be nice. Everyone's crying around Tita all of a sudden. What the heck? How am I supposed to talk to her if everyone's in the way? No. You guys. Hey everyone. I see you're all set up in the workshop now, huh, Tita? Yep, I want to pay you back for all the help you've given me. I'll make any modifications to your orbits you might need. It'll be just like when you work together on your fuel exercises. Hey, don't take on too much at once. Remember, you gotta do some maintenance on the engines too. No sweat, I'm just getting started. That's great, just don't push yourself too hard. Oh, you two really get each other. But I guess it makes sense after all the intense battles you two have gone through together. Yeah, well, I get a feeling we could have avoided a lot of those battles if Tita here didn't charge right in without thinking so much. What about all the times you were too much of a hothead to back down from a fight? Okay, I guess we're both as bad as each other. But I figure that's part of why we make such a great team. We? Yeah, you're right. Ooh la la, isn't that sweet? I think someone's got a little crush. Yeah, I can feel myself getting bashful just watching them.
I'll help! Come back soon! I'll help!
Strengthened weapons and quartz. I don't have any way to upgrade Duali's gear, do I?
Come back soon! Yes!
Alright, take on the quest monster.
It's up. That.
Resident.
Strength
My
block.
turn.
Ha!
Let's go!
Yeah, let's just do this just in case. Or should I use Shining?
It's my turn.
Let's go!
I should have brought Reflection. Shoot. Okay, quick burst where he impedes.
Too slow.
Let's do it!
Shouldn't bring anyone with a good break. Brave order. Why is this enemy standing so far away, too?
It's my turn.
Let's go!
Maybe I have Fee lure it.
Ha! Yeah! Now!
An opening. Yeah.
Possessing Fee.
Let's go.
That means I have to kill her. Which is bad because she also has a lot of evasion. Crap, I didn't think this through. Shit, what is a good way to do this? Summon Valimar?
My turn. Judgment time. Eat this.
Okay, now she is unpossessed but also dead.
It's my turn.
That really sucks.
There. Thanks. Let's do it.
Man, this kind of sucks.
How's this?
I am so screwed.
What? My turn.
Just need to have Angelica have an opportunity to break this guy. Otherwise, I won't be able to get the drop.
Judgment time. Eat this. They're down.
Here.
Oh, I did it.
Let's go.
I did the thing that I was supposed to do.
I'm up.
Why is it so far away now? Also, I need to use a Val scope. Yeah, I had to summon Valimar because Valimar would have no chance of missing her whatsoever. That was important.
Now. Here.
It's my turn. It's down.
Here. I see the 8 leaves 1 blade still kicks ass.
Not as much as your Taito moves, Angelica.
Scold has leveled up. Yes, 2 Argem gems, as I wanted. Also bonding point. What does Argem gem do again? Does it just give me a lot of mind, a lot of ATS? Yes, ATS plus 200. Oh, nothing like a nice hot drink to calm you down. I'm glad you'd like it. Hey, Alisa, Angelica, taking some time out for a cup of tea? Yeah, I kind of figured it'd be hard for her to visit the lounge given how she's supposed to be piloting the ship. We can't rely on the autopilot too heavily either. On the bright side, I feel more relaxed now that than I have in a long time. I'm so pumped now, I think I can pull off some real acrobatic maneuvers. Please don't. Yeah, that's just asking for trouble. Hey, you play Vantage Masters, right? If you have the time, what do you think about challenging me? Alisa. Of course, I didn't know you played. I saw the new Class 7 playing and if I'd give it a go. It's become popular with the 4th Development Division recently. In that case, you wouldn't want to be the only one not playing, huh? We should have a game or two together. That would be great. Sure, let's play. Spirit?
Game on.
It only has 1 attack, but the fact that it can act that many times is kind of inconvenient. Okay, so when at low hit points, it's gonna get stronger. Actually, you can have this Raku just take out her fire monster immediately. The parental will be a difficult one to deal with, though. Yeah, I won't be able to seal the spirit again. Draw a card. Oh no, they can make the enemy move again. That took a lot out of me. It's a new fire monster. Oh no. +1 for every enemy it defeats. It's really expensive, but still. It's really bad. Wow, that's a simultaneous kill. It's not good. Move looks to the front row. I'm not sure I could take on something in the back like that anyways. Fine, suicide attack. Seal you. You have so many... What the heck is... Why? Why are there so many powerful cards? Seal you. You have nothing. Tarbis trying to draw more cards, huh? Alright. Well, Parental can take you out pretty easily, huh? Okay. 4.
One more time.
Ugh.
Game on.
Heart of cards. Summon you. Summon you. Oh no, they're gonna destroy my Apherion. That did not go so well. Seriously, so much mana already. Will be the best combination. Current cell. Licks. Three. Need to get Rokuria Bell too. Damn. Why do if only I could get that one too. That would be nice. Now you are a sitting duck. Won't be able to heal by much, though. I have a field advantage. Do that. Do this. This. Seal you. Blaze. Apharian. No mercy. Oh no!
One more time.
UMAT times 3. Sorry about all this. Will you stop apologizing? You know, what happened? Oh, it's nothing. I just grazed my arm a little during training. I don't think it's anything that needs to be looked at, though. That's just the kind of negligence that will leave you with a nasty scar. Now show me the wound and let's get it cleaned. Thanks, Thrilly. Wow, Duvalie really knows her stuff when it comes to taking care of others. There, clean and wrapped. That wasn't so bad, was it? Thanks again, that was so nice of you. Well, that reminds me, I've got to give you something, Instructor Rean. This is the ID for Ellie's Pom Party account. We thought you should have this so you could help test the connection we'll be using to share intel with Lloyd and the SSS. Plus, you can play the game too if you want. Oh, cool, thanks. Another crossbow native.
Let the game begin.
I have not played this for a while, so let's see if I can still win somehow. Every time I hear the enemy make noise like that, I get scared. She's not holding back. What, already? Come on, give me a blue already. Shinade! And done. U material times 4. I hear that Tita and Princess Alvin will be helping out aboard the ship. We certainly won't have to worry about being understaffed. Yeah, Fro and Aga and this ship's going to start feeling real cozy real soon. I imagine so. Meanwhile, in Merkabah Unit 2 the Merkabah Unit 2 is experiencing a manpower shortage. So Ulra and Ryuna have since gone to join them. Did something happen? Yes, we received reports of something big underway in the Holy City. It sounds as though they're going to be engaging in a full-scale conflict with Ouroboros. It's highly likely this is just a feint, but the Society has deployed a large force. A diversion for the Gralsritter, huh? Something's definitely up. We intend to keep in close contact with the Gralsritter's headquarters. I'll keep you posted as the situation develops. I appreciate it. There are still so many members we haven't located yet. We need to get them back in soon. So Ash, I hear you were pretty hot stuff back home. But don't get carried away, you've still got a lot to learn about gambling and women both. Well hey, I know I don't got as much life experience as you. I mean, you've done some pretty crazy stuff, as Crow, as C, and as Siegfried. Ouch, you had to go there, didn't you? Come to think of it, I kind of have a trouble thinking of you as a ladies' man, Crow. Maybe because of all the times Angelica upstaged you back at 4s. Ha, lame. Hey, you don't know what it's like to have to compete with Angie. Take that chick from the literature club, for example, Tatiana, right? Let me tell you, if Angie sets her sight on her, you wouldn't stand a chance. In fact, you might want to get moving on that before she does. Hey, mind your own business. It's not like I care or anything. Hey, come on, don't be shy. Whenever you need advice about women, you just come to Uncle Crow. Back off, man. This ain't funny. Hey, even Ash isn't quite a match for Crow. What's the matter, Emma? You've been sighing a lot these days. Huh, have I? I certainly haven't noticed myself doing so. The break room's always there for you if you need to take a load off. Thank you, I'm fine, honest. If anyone's in need of a rest, I think it's you, Rean. Don't worry, I've been taking regular breaks wherever I can. If you say so. I know how you feel, Emma. But really, it's better not to overthink it. Anyway, wanna go take a nap together? Oh, why not? I hope I'm not the source of Emma's stress. Get back, you never said you could pet me. Your mouth says no, but you're purring all the same. I'm not, purr. There, isn't that better? Just relax and let me work my magic. Or if you prefer, you can switch to human form and I'll give you a nice massage. There's no way that's going to happen. Yusei's just as relentless as ever, it's kinda scary. Ellie, you're behind the counter this time. Yep, helping people is a part of who I am and that extends to cooking too. Let me know if there's anything you need. I will, thanks.
How can I help?
Not too bad if I say so myself. Doing some practice I see, your movements there felt really natural. Yeah, it surprised even me to be honest. But I guess it's to be expected after having crossed swords with Lieutenant Colonel Neidhart. Being able to hold my ground against one of Mueller's sworn friends was a big moment for me. I can imagine. Looks like we'll have to thank the Lieutenant Colonel in general for that sometime. Definitely, but maybe not quite yet. I imagine Prince Cedric is also steadily improving his skills. Maybe I should start searching for that thing Uncle Zex told me about. General Zex told him to look for something. I wonder what it could be. This thing your uncle wants you to search for. I assume there must be some big story behind it. I'd like to know more if you wouldn't mind. It might prove useful to us later on. Sure, Instructor, I don't mind. Will you be willing to accompany me somewhere in that case? We can talk more about it on the way. Kurt briefed Rean on the item he was looking for, and the two headed out to their destination. Pawn shop? You think this is the sword you're looking for? It must be. It matches the description. Roland Vander was a renowned swordsman who founded the Vander School. This is one of the two legendary swords he wielded during the War of the Lions. No kidding, Roland Vander really was an incredible swordsman, known for taking up arms with a young Dracula himself 250 years ago. This is the sword your ancestor used, huh? Indeed, his left-handed short sword, to be precise. It's been missing since the war. My uncle reached out to me from the Naval Fortress. They apparently received word about a sword matching the description recently. You may be able to discover the essence of what it means to be a sword of protection through the blades that once belonged to Roland. That was the top-secret communication he went out of his way to send to Merkabah. I think I understand. It didn't show up during the last Civil War. It showed up now, when you're struggling to grow as a swordsman. Even other people would probably consider it fate. I admit, I'm more than a little self-conscious that I may be unworthy of such an honor. Even so, this is the sword my family has spent generations searching for. As a Vander, I must retrieve it. Alright, let's sort things out with the store owner. Wait a minute, if I'm getting a rare item from this, maybe I should commit to this one. Thanks to her friendship with Ash, the store owner, McEnroe, gave them a special price. They got it polished at the weapon workshop and then took out for a test run. So this is the sword Roland Vander once used. How do you like it? The weight and balance are perfect. It almost feels like it was made for me. Of course I'm a dual wielder. I'll need another of these if I'm going to make it full use of it. What? What's going on? My head, it's like there's something surging into it. Kurt! This actually seems pretty significant. Maybe I should give up on one of the hard events. Dreykles, my lord and dearest friend, I hereby pledge myself to your cause. I will not leave your side until you accomplish your goal. This I swear upon my blades. And if the power you will should prove to be too much for you, I will do whatever it takes to bring you back to your senses. Even if it costs me my life, I will watch over you and the Empire. What was that? A memory stored within the sword, maybe? No, maybe it would be more accurate to call it an echo of the owner's consciousness. In other words, he just caught a glimpse of Roland Vander's past. That was Roland? Unbelievable. The man himself fell during the War of the Lions. It looks like a part of his spirit remained in the sword to watch over Emperor Dreykles. It probably resonated with us due to her connection as Awakener and secondary contractor and her similar relationship to Dreykles and Roland. I see. A piece of Roland's soul, huh? I never thought I'd get to feel connected to my ancestor in such a manner. Hey, I can't let him outdo me. As a Vander, I owe it to my family and myself to overcome this trial. I'll open Prince Cedric's eyes to the truth, just like Roland would have done for Dreykles. With you as my witness, I swear it upon this blade. Inspiring words, Kurt. I'll be counting on you. Kurt and Rean continued to train before returning to the Merkabah. Kurt decided to keep hold of the sword until its partner could be found. So is it a key item now? No, it's just there. Thing is, if you didn't do that event, would Kurt have just gotten the sword off screen? It's not like he'd have any trouble getting it. It's just literally sitting right there in the shop. Hey Kurt, not feeling too worn out, I hope. Far from it. Thank you for offering your support, instructor. The time to live up to the Vander name and fulfill my oath is now. I must rise to the challenge. That's great, I'll be counting on you. Yeah, but basically they're supposed to be able to resolve some of these issues on their own even without Rean doing a bonding event with them. Like when he did a chess match with Ada and that, what's his name? You know, those two from the main campus. Yeah, Ada and Fritz. He was somehow able to beat them without Rean's help. Even though Rean did give him a pep talk in that event, he probably got his act together towards the end of the match with Fritz. Alright, I'm just gonna uncommit to Kurt and commit to Altina because Kurt's is probably gonna work itself out some way or another. What's Altina doing out here? Plus, Kurt already has a lot of stars to begin with. He has like 4 stars already. I don't think I need to... I think for the sake of balance, I should go for other people anyways. She must be pretty lost in 5 if she hasn't even noticed me yet. She's so focused right now, but maybe I ought to check up on her as an instructor. Alright, I better snap her out of... Clem Elias. Huh? Oh, where are you going? Instructor Rean. It's nothing to worry about. I just have a few minor tasks I need to take care of. You don't need to trouble yourself with everyone's private matters. But that's the whole point of bonding events. Wait, Altina, wait! Where's she heading off to? I better go after her with Valimar. Rean explained the situation to the others and then began trying to figure out where Altina had gone. While researching using the terminal documents, she stumbled upon some disturbing information. It was related to Rean's hometown Ymir. We don't actually get to go there. The government had a strategy in place to send the Imperial Defense Force to occupy this neutral region, capture the Baron and his wife, and draw Rean out into the open. Today was the day this operation was scheduled to be put into action. Class VII immediately hurried to the Isengard Mountain Range. This sounds way too serious to be a mere bonding event. This sounds like it should be a mandatory event. After hiding Valimar among the rocks and crags, Rean made for Ymir as fast as his legs would carry him. No, this... Please, I can't be too late. Stop right there, brat. Oh no. This would have resolved itself somehow, which means Altina probably had to fight them all by herself, I guess. Even that... Soldat? No. Don't tell me she summoned her Goliath to wipe them all out. Pant. Who would have thought a little kid like this could cause so much trouble? The Black Puppet. Wait, are you the Intelligence Division's Black Rabbit? Perfect, you can join the Baron until the Ashen Chevalier gets here. Arrgh! Demon mode. Ah! Oh no, do I have to prepare her to fight Rean too? Even the mech was taken down by just him alone? Even the Zauber Soldat? Impossible! Could it be him? There's no way. Take your hands off Altina. Instruct her. Hey, pull yourselves together. We're the Imperial Defense Force are crying out loud. Call for reinforcements. We'll surround them. Sorry to break it to you, but they already left. You! Scarecrow. The Iron Bloods, what are you doing here? I was gonna ask you that. This was not authorized, huh? Ymir is neutral. We have a non-interference agreement. I applaud your passion for your work, but breaking that agreement by coming here isn't something we look kindly on. But we're just... Major, what about the Ashen Chevalier's actions at Ordis and the Fortress? What are a few sacrifices that mean stopping him from stemming the war effort? Look, I didn't come here to talk military strategy. You're to leave this area immediately. That comes straight from Old Blood and Iron himself. The Chancellor... You heard a man. Withdraw. The curse, huh? Sorry about that. Some of our troops have more enthusiasm than sense. I will be making an example of them. None will dare touch Ymir again. Ah. Lecter, where are you? Well then, see you around. Don't be too harsh on the Black Rabbit, okay? She did this for your sake, after all. I'm very sorry for acting so recklessly. I just wanted to help and... Thank goodness you're alright. But seriously, next time you get in a situation like that, summon your Goliath. Fight Soldat with Soldat. I appreciate the sentiment, but please don't do that again. Talk things through with someone. Don't just rush out on your own. I won't be able to take it if I lose you too. Okay. Of course, I should have thought of that. I could have put him through the same pain he felt back when he lost her. I'm sorry. I promise, I won't do anything like this again. What would happen if Rean didn't show up? I guess Lecter would have saved her anyways. That's what would have happened. Okay, as long as you understand. Boo. You're okay. Everything's fine.
I can't carry on the way I have any longer. I need to change.
Yeah, one of the fun parts about watching for these bonding events is figuring out how they would have resolved themselves without Rean's input. Because, you know, canonically they have to. Otherwise, we'd end up with dead party members.
I may need to do what Milliam did. No, that would cause him pain as well. I need to come up with a plan of my own to protect him when and where he needs it most. What is this emotion I'm feeling? It feels somehow different from my connection to the others. Could this be what they call...
Rean and Altina climbed back up the mountain to Valimar. They made it to the Merkabah safely and reunited with their friends. Sure, a special moment. Okay, that seems way more canon than Kurt's event. Instructor Rean, I'm really sorry about what happened before. It won't happen again. It's okay, as long as you understand. Just glad you're alright. Instructor, thank you. But how do I really feel about him? It would be really funny if skipping Kurt's event somehow caused Cedric to end up with a sword, and he's just dangling in front of us, taunting us like a madman. Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen now that I did not commit to his event. Yeah. Oh, Rean, nice work earlier. Only because of you guys, Towa. Great job gathering all that information. By the way, what's that old 0 file on the screen? Well, you see, Alisa brought some data over to the Merkabah. They appear to be files that she got from Rean, the girl from Liberal. Rean, you mean Tita's friend, right? The former enforcer. What kind of data did she give her? Well, remember about a month ago when the Liberal and Crossbell teams infiltrated Orcus Tower together? Apparently they acquired some top-secret files full of confidential information. They might have some detailed records on exactly what happened in Heimdall back then. Right, not to mention information on past incidents. Information that's not so well known. Problem is, the files are protected. They're not going to be easy to analyze. So the idea came up of dividing the files between us and to code it individually. That makes sense. All that information would definitely be a huge help to us and all our allies. I thought the same, that's why I decided to pitch in. I'm working on one of the files right now. It seems like I might be like one I might be able to parse. I see. Those files are all encrypted. The more shovels that work, the better, I imagine. Mind if I try and help Towa? There's enough computers for the both of us. Things should go faster if we divvy up the work. You don't have to do that, Rean. I know how busy you must be. I'll find the time to do everything on your own. That's a bad habit you're going to have to kick. I know a thing or two about using a computer. Just tell me which part I should work on. Oh, Rean, you're the last person I want lecturing me about taking too much on. Still, I really would appreciate the help. Go ahead and take a seat. Configurations complete. Initializing automated analysis. Thanks, Rean. I'm all done setting up on my end too. Now to integrate the test, then we'll start autologging the analysis results. Maybe I should go grab us something to drink. There, all it's left to do now is to wait until it finishes up. Nice work there, Towa. Here, I got this for you. Was that Coco? Help yourself, I know it's a favorite of yours. Your treat then, huh? Thanks, Rean. I thought you were holding coffee. I guess the coffee's for him. You got black coffee for yourself, though. That's no fun. Sorry, I'm not really one for sugary drinks. This feels just like it did back in school, sitting around the student council room. You guys helping me out, and me letting you a hand return. Looks like it happened all over again. I'm really glad you're alright, though. Aw, Rean, thanks. So we have a whole mountain's worth of problems left to get through. We still don't know where Elise is, or the rest of the academy personnel at that. Sure, Angie is back, but George. And Crow, no matter how cheerful he acts, he's still... Towa. Okay, I'll stop. I'd be in for a real hair-ruffling if Crow heard me whining like this. And I'm sure Angie would just take that as a challenge to start rubbing herself against me. I think that might end up happening anyway. You're telling me, those two are just the same as ever, aren't they? I bet George is too, somewhere way deep down. Oh, I think it's done. Now we just have to check the logs. I'll help. Let's split it up. Working together, Towa and Rean finish piecing together the fragments of the secret document. The resulting information regarding an incident from around 17 years ago, though unrelated to the present situation, it was nevertheless a startling and unexpected development. Is it about Rean when he nearly got killed? So what's this about? It's some previously unknown information about an airship incident from 17 years ago. It was the international ship that ran between Crossbell and Holyask up in North Ambria. Could it be the one that Ian Grimwood's family died on? There was a problem with the orbital engine. Everyone on board died in the resulting crash. I think Lloyd's parents also died in that one. My memory's fuzzy on that, though. But the truth is, that was no accident. It was an attack, one resulting from a secret battle between the Erebonian and Calvardian intelligence divisions. Most of the passengers were Crossbellan citizens, and the whole event became an indirect cause of the Crossbell's bid for independence 2 years ago. But there were also a few Erebonian citizens aboard as well. I see, like her parents. They were on their way home from attending an academic conference's political science and economic specialist, right? Right, I was pretty young then, so my memories of it are very faint. My grandfather told me the conference was about seeking out possible methods of economic revitalization for Northumbria. Towa. And of course the people of Crossbow were livid, but they were never paid any real mind compared to major powers whose squabble they got caught up in. I feel like I'm only now getting a real sense of just how outrageous all this was. Towa. Each of these events of the past is invariably chained to the situation we found ourselves in today. That goes for this incident, and for Hamel too. Sure, the Empire's curse may be the underlying cause, but that causes nothing without people to act upon it. That's why we can't afford to look away. We have to face what lies ahead of us. You're right, Towa. But even so,
Thanks so much for your help, Rean. I don't know what I'd do without you. Now then, let's get all this analysis data sent over to the other teams.
Yeah, let's. I guess I should let her be for the time being. So this keeps up. Bond of Towa strengthened. A special moment as well. Thank you for helping me with the analysis earlier, Rean. If anything comes up, you'll be the first to know. Thanks. Towa might be overdoing things a little. Maybe I should just let things be right now. She knows how to take care of herself. Alright, Laura, here's hoping yours doesn't end in a duel like with Sarah. Why so serious, Laura? Everything okay? My apologies, I was just lost in thought. We were able to get you and Crow back. We've been recovering our comrades one after another. But there's still the Ironbloods and Ouroboros to consider, as well as Zephyr and the Red Constellation. Can I really hope to stand up to those blocking our path? Do I really have what it takes to serve as heir to the Arcade family in the Blade Master's stead? Thoughts like that have been weighing quite heavily on my mind as of late. Laura, my sword itself is in fine condition. If there's a problem, it must lie in me. I must further hone my abilities, should I wish to continue to serve as a blade of Class 7. Looks like Laura's hit a bit of a dead end. That being the case, consume. Right, maybe we could try there. Would you like to go down to the surface with me, Laura? Oh, whatever for? If you're intent on polishing up your skills, then I think I know the place. It just might help you shake off any stagnation you're feeling. Very well, I can't say no to you. So where's this place exactly? During the course of their intel mission, Rean and Laura stopped on a certain island. Bryonia, the same place you sold things with Crow. I suppose this would make it an ideal training spot. Yeah, and it's uninhabited too, so we don't have to worry about causing damage if we go all out. I've trained alone in the mountains before, but having a whole island to myself will be new. Group B went here back when we were students. I doubt anyone will find us here. It's perfect. Now we should set up camp so we may begin. First we'll need to establish a base camp, build a fire, and find a fresh water supply. Sounds good, let's do it. Rean and Laura began their training trip. Wait a minute, how many days will this take? I thought we're working on a strict calendar. After pitching their tents, finding food and water didn't take long. Turn him into Tonkatsu. With preparations finished, they were able to devote themselves to improving their skills. Both of them were used to training in the great outdoors. They moved across the island, alternating between individual practice and sparring matches. They started to lose track of time until eventually... It's raining. Sheesh, I could have sworn to the forecast that it would stay dry. Maybe this is another side effect of the Great Twilight, or maybe I'm just overthinking it. Perhaps. Summer rains are always unpredictable. Let's give it some time. It may be over soon enough. Sure. Some time away to train was just what I needed. Concentrating on nothing but swinging my sword has done wonders for clearing my head. I doubt this will be enough to overcome the uncertainty in my blade, though. Right. Is this about about your dad? Yes. At the time, I truly believed I would black out momentarily. I felt so powerless. It was as if the ground had been pulled out from under me. The idea that I was only a burden to Emma and Gaius, that I could not save you or Milliam, it was almost too much for me to bear. Laura. More than anything else, I despised myself for being so weak. As an Arcade, my blade is meant to inspire and push others forward. But I was unable to do it. I couldn't even come close to my father's legacy. I knew how much Alisa and Eustace must have been suffering, but I couldn't do anything for them. Rean, I truly admire you for deciding to undergo the rivalries. Everyone in Class 7 is working so hard in their own way. Even Crow is breaking free from his own past. I'm surrounded by people with so much determination. I feel like I'm the one who isn't doing enough. And so much for being the Radiant Blade Master's daughter. I've only been riding the coattails of my father's renown the whole time? Am I truly that weak? When I consider this, I only want to run and hide from it all. This must be what is causing my lack of resolve. Is that right? You know, Laura, you and I are really quite alike. Huh? When I was being held in the workshop, I spent so much time cursing my own weakness. Everything had gone so wrong and I felt like it was all my fault. But unlike you, Rean. As a fellow practitioner of the blade, I've always kept a close eye on you and your skills. Somewhere along the way I noticed something odd, but I couldn't quite place what it was. Until now, that is. What do you mean? You're searching for a place to die, aren't you? I know that the Chancellor's heart beats in your chest, and that is what's keeping the curse of the Empire alive. However, you are not like Crow. Once you die, you will not come back. Therefore, I must ask, why are you giving up so easily? If you won't answer, then let me see if I am correct in my guess. Is it because you can't forgive yourself? The curse sprang throughout the continent. Milliam's death. You blame yourself for all of it. Now you feel like you don't deserve to live, and that dying will in some way help you atone. Am I right? Yeah, something like that. No, actually, it's exactly like that. What's the point in hiding it when you can read me like a book? Countless lives will be lost because of the war in the Great Twilight. None of this would be happening if I had been stronger, if I had realized what was going on sooner. I wouldn't say I'm trying to throw my life away. It's more like I'm looking for a way to make my death mean something. That's the best way I can put it. I thought so. Huh? This may sound strange, but I'm happy you told me. Now that I know what burdens you bear, my own issues seem pay in comparison. There's a rage building up inside me that has cut through all the pain I was feeling from losing my father. I won't falter anymore. It's also clear to me now. Laura.
And that should speak for itself. I'm no different than Alisa and Emma. Fee as well, I suspect. Though it may seem strange to hear me say it, I too have feelings like this. And when I'm with you, I can hardly contain them. The path of the sword has brought us together, and I'll do whatever I must in order to prevent that from changing.
Laura. Thank you, I feel a little better now. And here I was thinking this trip was about me cheering you up. I guess the best either of us can do is accept our mistakes and try to get on with our lives. Yes, but not only us. Why else do people band together and encourage growth in one another? I will endeavor to not let this weakness of mine hold me back. You must do the same. There may be others you wish to be with instead of me, but could we stay like this just a little longer? Of course. Others he wishes to be with. It's like she knows the harem situation behind the scenes, huh? They've already gotten a bunch of people's hearts. Wow, that was a pretty intense storm. But it looks like we'll be able to train some more now. Yes. Are you alright? Hey, don't tell me you're embarrassed now. What? Of course not. I'm just surprised I could be so bold. Anyways, it's time to focus. We came here to train, remember? And I never knew Laura could be so cute. Alright. We'll train extra hard now to make up for lost time. We've got to get over our weaknesses and help each other grow, right? Indeed, let's start. Rean and Laura returned to camp for lunch, feeling refreshed and more relaxed than they had been in days. After another intense training session, they headed back to the ship. Special moment. Got Laura 2 note. Rean, thank you for helping out with my training earlier. A lot happened back there, but anyway, it really helped me get my head on straight. I hope we can continue to support each other from here on out. Of course, thanks, Laura. Still no word from Paula? That's too bad. I haven't been able to get in contact with Clara either. Really? That's not encouraging. Guys mean Paula from the Riding Club and Clara from the Art Club. What's wrong? Did they go off the grid? Seems like it. I didn't message her all that often before now, to be honest. But before everything went down in Heimdall, I've been exchanging intel with her on and off. The same goes for me and Paula. I was hoping to get in touch with her to confirm the situation, but... So it's not just Heimdall-based forest grads. It's probably nothing to be overly concerned about, but we still ought to keep them in mind. Now that Towa's back with us, we should let her know too. It can't be. What can't be, Machias? My dad just sent me an orb mail about the current situation in Ordis. A certain someone was dispatched there recently by order of City Hall. Is there some sort of issue with that? No, it's not a big deal, really. It's just my dad's been in kind of a tough spot in Ordis with his partial demotion and all. It's gonna get messy for him. All I can do is hope he keeps on fighting the good fight. I don't know all the details, but Machias seems pretty worried about his dad. That in mind, Valimar might be able to get us over to Ordis. Hey Machias, will you be up for sneaking into Ordis with me again? Even with the Imperial Defense Force there, we might have a chance to... We might still have a chance that we go via Valimar. Rean, you mean it? Thanks, there's actually a few things I've been wanting to check out on over there. If we could just get in touch with my dad and help him work this out, it'd mean the world to me. No time to waste then, let's get going. How would this one resolve itself? Seems like he would need Valimar to sneak in easily. After contacting Governor Regnus, the two headed over to Ordis with Valimar's help. One of the governor's subordinates was waiting for them in Ordis and escorted them to the mansion with the utmost secrecy. Thank you, Machias and Rean. You risk a lot to come back here. I only meant to report on what was happening lately. I guess I've made you worry. We just wanted to check in and make sure everything was alright. Seems like new problems are sprouting up faster than weeds. Right, like the National Mobilization Laws Conscription and Requisitions Council. Yes, whereas the Government Accountability Inspectorate falls under the Judicial Branch. The Ministry of Justice is an executive agency where the Conscription and Requisitions Council was only recently established. As the name suggests, they have the authority to requisition and conscript according to the law. So one of the council members was sent to Ordis and is now carrying out the law. This person is only targeting nobles. Yes, that's the information I've received from Vincent and the Floral family. They seem to be covertly seizing assets way beyond what the law permits. Some noble families are now on the verge of bankruptcy. They're taking this way too far. It's almost as if they have a grudge against nobles. But that can't be right, they're nobility themselves. Indeed. One of them is the son of a count who was once in marriage talks with the Cayenne family. Depending on what happens, it could go against the secret non-intervention agreement with the nobles that Hugo and Vincent negotiated. I don't have the authority to execute anything now, but it's necessary to have that oversight as a member of the Inspectorate. Well, I'll do all I can to help now that I'm here. This all sounds very familiar. Pardon the intrusion, Governor Regnitz. Has something happened? One of the council members is currently exercising their duties at the harbor. The cargo transfer ship shared by the noble families has been forcibly requisitioned. Young noble, alright, let's get started. It shouldn't take too long since they're splitting the documents between us. Once they've been categorized, we'll send them out to the appropriate squadrons. Understood. You guys. What are you kids doing here? This is a restricted area. Oh, hey, you in the glasses. Haven't I seen you somewhere before? You know this guy, Machias? Yeah, I had a feeling we would meet him here. It's been a while, Arthur. I haven't seen you since Sis's funeral. You mean... Wow, first I get to see your dad again, and now you, Machias. Good to see you. Sounds like you've been doing some good work at Forest and with the Government Accountability Inspectorate. Man, you've really grown. If I remember right, Machias' cousin was in a relationship with the noble son of a count. But the Cayenne family butted in and caused everything to fall apart. And I hear you're no longer at City Hall. You're part of the executive committee that pushed the National Mobilization Law through, right? Yes, I applied right after that law was passed. I didn't ask to be transferred to Ordis. That was just coincidence. After everything that happened, I figured I was in no position to face you or your father. I see. I'm not in any official capacity, but there's still something I need to ask you. What exactly were you planning to when you seized that ship? According to my father, the nobility intended it to be an emergency resource for refugees and victims of war. Even with the national mobilization law in place, seizing supplies meant to support civilians won't be allowed. Under normal circumstances, I agree with you. But the law can be interpreted in a lot of different ways. I've already had this policy approved by the committee. I argue that since nobles have resources to spare, they should shoulder the lion's share of the burden. That's how you got around it? So it's true, you're not even hiding the fact that you're robbing the nobility blind. This is a blatant abuse of statutory interpretation. With all your experience, you have to know that. You're cursed, aren't you? Machias, you remember the Civil War. You were there, after all. You've seen firsthand the suffering the nobles' foolishness has caused. And the four great houses are the worst of all. Yes, they've paid reparations, but it's not enough. They've held back the progress of the Empire and its people for generations. We have to make them pay for everything they've done. If we are to overcome this war and create a brighter future, they must pay. What is this? I thought so. Arthur, listen to me. You can't do this. This isn't what Elsa would want. What? This whole time I've been trying to understand why you'd supported the national mobilization law. I mean, you're from a noble family yourself. Why would you be so harsh on other nobles? I think I have my answer now. You've never forgiven yourself for Elsa's death. The pressure from the nobility, the things you said, they've all been weighing on you all these years. But I told her I'd treasure her as my mistress instead, if she just accept we couldn't be remarried. I just don't understand it. Why would she take her own life? What am I saying? What good will it do me to repent now, when it's too late? You see, you've regretted all this time, and those feelings festered. Forgive me, but I've been keeping the tabs on you in my spare time. After Elsa died, you left City Hall and continued working for a different department. Your ties with the Cayenne household were completely cut, and you were as good as disowned by your own family. Despite all that, in your own way, you've been trying to change the Empire's nobility. It's all been to atone for what happened to Elsa, isn't it? Oh. I don't deserve those words. Believe me, I know how you feel. Back then I hated nobles and how powerless I was to change anything. You must have lost any remaining faith in them thanks to the Civil War. So you used the national mobilization law to erode their power and put them in the line of fire. But this isn't right. It doesn't matter what dirty tactics your foes use or how much the odds are stacked against you. I believe in the law. If we really want to change the world, we have to do it by the book. Damn it, I know. I tried to do things legit, but it wasn't enough. No one's ever going to change anything that way. Not alone, we can't. I can only speak for myself, but I haven't given in yet. My cousin Steph hit me hard. Just like you, I started to give in to my hatred. But the time I spent in Class 7 gave me a new outlook on the world and led me to the Inspectorate. I know there's a better way out there for you. I'll help you find it. It's the least I can do for the man my cousin loved. Machias. You really have become a fine young man. But me, I haven't grown as a person at all. How can I ever face you or your fire after everything I've done? You shouldn't worry so much. Just come forward and face us head on. Governor Regnitz. For better or worse, I'm going to stick out my post as Imperial Governor from here on. But I can't do it alone. I'm going to need the help of young talent like Rean and Machias. That goes for you too, Arthur. We've worked together before, and we can work together again. I think this is what Elsa would want. Yeah, I agree. What do you say, Arthur? Will you work with us to change the country for the better? Machias. I messed up again, didn't I? I'm sorry, Elsa. What have I done? Arthur released the cargo ship and returned it to its rightful owner. If we continue working with the National Mobilization Law Committee, he promised to change his ways and revise the requisition policies. Looks like it turned out okay, huh, Machias? Yeah, I feel like I finally found some closure, too. Thank you, Rean. I don't think I'd have ever have found the words to get through to Arthur if I hadn't met you. If I grow on at all, it's only thanks to you and Eustace, and the rest of Class 7 too. Well, you're welcome. but you've helped me out too. I think I can put a little more trust in the future now. Who knows, I might even be able to reach some kind of understanding with my own father. Oh, right. I guess none of this even compares to that. You're going to have your work cut out for you. Just know you can always count on me for anything. You're a good friend, Machias. Thank you. Maxed out. What happened this time turned out pretty well for me. I need to thank you again. It's no big deal, I just gave you a little push. Anyway, it's my job to now to look out for you. No matter what you face, you've got me and the rest of your friends behind you. If we all work together, we can overcome anything. You're right. What's the flower and suitcases, Your Highness? Oh, I'm just preparing myself is all. I was wondering if we could make a stop by Ulster once the opportunity allows. I see, Prince Oliver's childhood home. A state funeral for the victims has already been performed in Heimdall. The remains, however, were completely incinerated. Though the grave itself is quite extravagant, it's actually empty. No matter how I thought about it, I couldn't picture my brother's soul lying to rest there. I'd just like to go back to his old home just once, and to lay some flowers there. Your Highness. Oh, it's just a personal whim of mine, really. We can talk more about it when the time is right. I should instead be thinking of what contributions I can make for the ship, shouldn't I? Remember, I'm a member of the crew before I'm a princess. Don't hesitate to assign me my fair share of work. Prince Oliver's childhood home, huh? Maybe I should pay my respects too. If you're up for it, Your Highness, I could have Valimar take us there. I'd like to go to pay my respects to Prince Oliver as well. Rean, I would really appreciate that. Thank you. Rean and Elfin took Valimar to a remote region of Erebonia. They went down to Ulster taking care not to be conspicuous. Boo, we made it. Sorry for making you carry so much, Rean. Oh no, I'm glad I could help, and it's really not so much to carry, I assure you. But I think I can tell what this is just by the weight of it. Between that and what she was talking with Sandy about earlier, is maybe Oliver's loot? This is where the Lenheim household was. This is where Oliver was born and raised. I've been wanting to make a visit, but it burned down before I could. You know, those of us in Class 7 actually did stop by back during the Civil War. You and the others told me about it. That lightning struck it a few months ago. Could that have been some kind of omen? Anyway, I'd like to offer some flowers and pay your respects. You see this monument? It's... something the matter? Oh, someone's laid out a rose already. They must have had the same idea and got here before us. I think I know who. This black ribbon is used by the Orner household in times of mourning. It must have been Cedric. Even though Cedric seems was okay with them blowing up the airship. Oh. What exactly is going through his mind? There's this, but what happened with the Crimson Wings in the first place? He thinks that he has a right to mourn Oliver. But I suppose the same could be said about me. Your Highness? I asked Emma and Celine about the rivalries, Rean. If you do wind up facing off against Cedric, if you feel any pity or sympathy for him, you must bury it, even if it's a matter of life and death. Life or death. Your Highness. Rean, you've always been so gentle by nature. To be honest, if you do end up fighting Cedric, I worry your kindness could cause you to hesitate. To prevent him from doing any more damage than he already has. Princess Elfin, I'm afraid I can't allow myself to do that. When it comes to Prince Cedric, I have Kurt to consider as well. But I have to think about you too. I'm not under the illusion that everything going forward will be anything but complicated. This is Prince Cedric we're talking about. Your twin brother and the person closest to you in a lot of ways, Your Highness. What happens in the rivalries is not set in stone. Well, it's not like he's like Crow. I'm pretty sure he'd be able to live even if we took down this Divine Knight. I think the best thing is for you to think about what you yourself would like to do. As long as we non-lethally defeat his Divine Knight, which should still work out, yeah? As long as we don't put a hole through him, like with Crow. Once I know how I can help, I'll do everything in my power to do so. Unless he actually secretly died during the Battle of the Vermilion Apocalypse, which I highly doubt. Rean. No, his Divine Knight was still in pieces for quite a while until the end of the previous game. He's definitely gonna live. even if we somehow manage to, as long as we defeat him non-lethally. I still have a lot to figure out. When things are as they are, though, I think that Elise would just laugh. But it's true, with Father out of commission and with Mara being held captive, I must face Cedric in place of Oliver. Even simply as his only sister, I will think over matters carefully. I won't run away from this. That sounds like a good idea to me, Your Highness. Prince Cedric also offered flowers here. I think that act conveys a certain sentiment. Thanks, Rean. Alright, I actually had something I wanted to do here. You know that case I've been making you lug around? I was almost sure it was a loot. Is it? Yes, it is. A most beloved souvenir from Oliver's travels to Liberal. I've actually been taking the odd lesson here and there lately. I just might be able to hash my way through a song or two. According to Sandy, the mayor's out at the moment, so we're not pressed for time. Well, that's good. The whole situation of the mayor sure is strange. Valimar's on standby, so I can't see a reason why we need to hurry. I would be honored if you would play for me, Your Highness. I'm a little nervous. Okay, deep breath in. Sorry, Rean, I was able to play bar earlier. I really was. Maybe the size has thrown me off. It really can make a big difference. I think this particular loot is a little big for most women. That was Amber Moore, right? Would you mind if I play a little too? Oh, that's right. At least mention you know how to play the lute. That explains why you were such a perfect lead guitar for your performance at the Academy Festival 2 years ago. I suppose so. My dad gave me some lessons growing up. I'm no virtuoso, but it's a pretty famous song, so maybe we can make our way through it. Brightly shooting stars leaving trails in the sky. Should voice this part. Like a guiding light, they show me the way to your eyes. This yearning passion tears my heart in twain. And the cruel moon mocks my pain. Ugh. This fleeting dream shall never be. A single wound will remain in my heart for all to see. Our passionate first and final kiss. Your tears to me are an amber bliss. Let us immure this eternal love. That was lovely, Rean. Really lovely. Yeah, you might even be better than Oliver. Thanks, but given how often he plays this lute, I'd be surprised if that were the case. Hearing the song again really takes me back, though. When I used to listen to it a lot when I was little. It seems that Ariel really loved it. The song is how she expressed her feelings when she refused Father's marriage proposal back when he was the crown prince. I really feel like I can imagine her performance from Oliver's eyes. I see. His Majesty the Emperor told me she refused his proposal, but I didn't know this song played a role in it. It looked like Oliver was full of the same sentiment. I get a feeling that the basic ideas and emotions we have as people don't really change much from generation to generation. Mine as well. Huh? I think we'll be finding out Elisa's whereabouts sooner rather than later. You're going to find her, Rean. Find her and bring her back. I think that fate has set this course. When someone is kind enough to assert that, it does make you focus in and face what lies ahead of you. That's exactly what I intend to do as well. This isn't the time to be reserved. Right here in this situation. I'm sure Oliver would be in total agreement if he were here, though my thoughts regarding Cedric here are less clear.
Rean, I'm in love with you. I have been ever since the day you rescued me. 2 years ago, on the Pantagruel. You may see me as nothing more than your sister's dearest friend, the Imperial Princess under whom you serve. But all I truly am deep down is a girl whose heart longs for you.
Yeah, I think that your lovely performance charmed this out of me, Rean. And you don't need to give me an answer or anything, okay? I just wanted to share how I feel about you. I think that a lot of things might change for you when Elisa's back. And once the real battle begins, I don't think there will be any chances like this. Your Highness. Should we be heading back to the ship then? We still need to determine where Elise is. I actually think that I might be able to help Towa out. Rean and Alphen departed Elser after giving their best to Sandy and the others. They returned to the Merkabah and Valimar. The princess carried the loot case on the way back, saying she could handle it on her own now. Thank you for accompanying me to Elser, Rean. And about what I said at the end, I'm not expecting an answer, so please don't trouble yourself over it. Princess Alphen. I really ought to pull my weight around here like the rest of you do. I shouldn't be standing by as a guest in our sort of circumstances. I can't just sit back and let others do all the work my whole life. Okay, I have petrified resistance on both. Let's do it.
It looks scary. Watch out!
There's so many of them.
You won't escape!
I don't think I'm ever gonna get a turn at this rate. Wow. Even if I can resist it, I still need to rely on random heals from Elliot. And even then, they'll eventually reach Elliot himself.
Are you okay?
Thank you.
Are you okay?
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to have Gaius do his Chrono Burst spam. I just hope I remember to give it to him.
Analyze.
It's my turn.
Yes, I have it. Good. Okay, let's do this.
Leave it to me.
Howling Heavens.
Leave it to me.
Wow, I actually got all but one. Let's just whack it.
There.
Oh, what? I missed?
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Let's use... Let's see. Do I have anything that will work on you? Yeah, let's just use this. I can't miss with a spell anyways.
Is anyone injured?
Virgo leveled up from that. Maybe I should have equipped some... Of course, that we're in more desperate need of leveling.
I need to keep getting better.
Turbulence 2 learned. Enter Tita and Agate to trigger a sub-event. Rean and the others enjoyed the hot springs and took their time resting in the village. By some stroke of fate, an unexpected combination of people ended up soaking the springs together. It doesn't quite live up to Elmo, but it's not half bad either. So what's up with you, Tita? You're not in a bad mood, are you? No, it's nothing like that. Come on, up until 2 years ago, I didn't have a single problem getting into the hot springs with my family and Agate. Why does it suddenly feel so different now? Oh, Tita, are you worried things will get a little steamy between you two? Let's give her some space, Muse. We were roommates, you know, instructor. Who better to spell your heart out to than the person who's seen you in your most private moments? If you say so. You've known Tita for 4 years now, haven't you, Agate? And you even went to a hot springs together in the past, so will you say she looks more grown up now, maybe a little curvier? Muse? Well, she's not that 12-year-old kid anymore, that's for sure. She used to be so tiny. Every time I look at her, she's become more and more of a woman. It really just blows me away. It's like watching your little sister grow up. Oh. I see. Well, I can somewhat understand that. Oh, I guess I misread things between the two of them. But she's not your actual sister. You don't see her as just a substitute Misha, do you? Oh, of course not. Tia's her own person, and so is Misha. I can never confuse the two of them. Tia's always been charming and likable, though I never imagined she would end up so beautiful. Why the hell are we talking about this? Hook, line, and sinker. Maga's a pretty reserved guy most of the time. Hey, Schwarzer. Look, I really owe you one. For watching over Tita, I mean. I've got to pass my thanks along to Herschel and Orlando too, of course. Don't mention it. We've just been as grateful to have Tita around. Keep putting her to work. It's good experience for her. Just one thing. Make sure she doesn't start dating anyone trashy or anything like that. And when it comes to all of you Class 7 guys, no more mixed vaping with her, got it? I'll keep that in mind, so you do have an interest in her, huh? Sorry, didn't catch that. No need to repeat yourself either. Okay, fully restored. I was hoping that having Fee and Sura would result in some additional dialogue, but I guess not. Thanks for tuning into this Let's Play of The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 4. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.